Hey guys, what's up? It's Troy D. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my quick trip to Scent Bar LA, the Hollywood location, and what I found out, what I tried and how did it satisfy my collection, my collecting, and what I wanted to buy next. So, really quick, Scent Bar is like the physical location of Lucky Scent, which if you guys are looking at the retail sites, Lucky Scent is probably the largest in terms of what they have. They have a combination of not only the popular ones or the ones that are most well known, but they also have kind of like the cult classics. They have the ones that are talked about in small circles in the indies, indie brands, and they also have really crazy exclusives like perfumes just made for them. So when I had a quick trip to Melrose with my kid, I was like, man, might as well. It was only like 1 mile away from where I was actually headed. And so I devoted 30 to 45 minutes of my time to go to Scent Bar rather, and try out basically what they have and just see what it looks like, because I had never been in like a perfumery kind of store like that. Most of my experience is with like Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus. I mean, at least for the niche. And even at that, like after a while, like they don't have any new ones. It's just the same stuff out there. But when I got to Lucky Scent, so I got there pretty much after I made my purchase from another, I think it was a vintage store that I was at. And then when I went to Lucky Scent, the thing that really shocked me was just the insane amount of perfumes that it's not perfumes that I don't know. It's perfumes that I do know and are like highly talked about, highly hyped. And they were just there. They're all around in these like in these they're all around that you could just reach out to them and grab them, and there are just strips out there. Now one thing I really noticed was the staff. They're not like pushy. They're actually really chill, so that was a plus for me because I don't like staff hovering around me trying to tell me what to wear or ask me all these questions. For me, like actually just leaving me alone and letting me do my thing until I maybe ask a question or two. That's important to me when it comes to like a retail shopping experience. So when I got in, I was really overwhelmed because I guess when you're buying off of the internet or just listening to reviewers, or you're listening to just people that are talking about a fragrance, you focus a lot on it, and to the point where you're like, wow, this is like the fragrance I really need to get. And then you get there and it's just like 1 out of 100 or 200 that you wanted to try. And so that kind of like changes the perspective a little bit. Suddenly the stuff I wanted to try that was like, I was so hyped up, I was just like, all right, I'll try that out. Because there, like I said, everything that I pretty much wanted to try. I mean, except for one. And that other one, Jeroboam Vespero, was on their other location. So, but that was the only one. Everything I wanted was literally right there. And they just kind of leave you alone. And then you just try them out. You put on the strips and all of that. And if you have any questions, they'll like try to answer it the best that they can. So let's go into my quick picks, the things that I kind of smelled when I was there. Now just remember, I also have my own collection, which to be honest, I haven't fully reviewed my entire collection. So that's why it's like, even the new one right now that I have, no one has gotten it correct yet. If you look at the previous video on the mystery juice, no one has gotten it correct. So if you just joined this this video, this channel, or you haven't voted, you haven't guessed the mystery juice, well, here's the tip: it's none of what the previous people have already said. So anyways, when I got there, I was pretty overwhelmed, but the first thing I had to grab for was Memo Winter Palace. So this one was like, there was so much hype around it, and it's kind of like 200 plus, kind of expensive. And so I was like, man, I gotta go for the expensive ones because that's the one I really wanted to test. Memo Winter Palace was shocking because to me, it didn't feel like it was a winter palace. It was like an all year round. I felt like I could wear it right now during the spring, and it really shocked me. And the tea note was amazing. The tea note that they keep talking about was great. So wow, I was like shocked. But then that was like that was my rookie, like, and so I was like, there's way more. So after Winter Palace, I tried other stuff. I tried MDCI Invasion Barbar, and I tried Parfums Nikolai New York. All of those are like gentleman scents, which if you know me, like I'm kind of 50-50 on gentleman scents. I'm alright. So for those, I was like, they're okay, they're nice, you know, and then I kind of just skipped it. And then I went to, I tried a Widian. Oh man, Widian is a brand from Saudi Arabia, I believe, that is like, it deserves more credit. And they have a crazy collection, but the problem is that they just named it like Black 1, Black 2, Black 3, Black 4. And so it's kind of hard, right? It's kind of hard to choose like which is which. There's not many reviews about Black 1 or Black 4. So I was able to try those out. The thing that stood out for me was Widian Liwa. It was in a red bottle. And that one was like an amazing, like, I would say like a Middle Eastern fragrance, but not so Middle Eastern. So Liwa was really great. And then I was able to try Danger by Roja Parfums, at least the cologne version. I like that one. I'm kind of torn between buying the Danger Parfum and then that one, because everybody's telling me that the Danger Parfum, the more concentrated version, is like an old man scent. And I don't know. So for me, at least the red bottle, I didn't feel the old man scent. Matter of fact, I kind of liked it. So I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments if I should get Danger Parfum Cologne or just the Parfum. Let me know. And then next one, I tried Gallivant. So I tried Gallivant LA, and that was immediately underwhelming. I was like, nah, not worth, nah, whatever. So I went past that. I tried Nishane, and Nishane, almost everything was good. I liked what they had to offer. I think it was the only thing I kind of didn't like was 100 Silent Ways. I guess that's the name. 100 Silent Ways. I was like, yeah, that I don't feel that right now. But there's a red one called Vain and Naive, and that one's quite okay. That one's quite okay. Then I tried Thameen's Carved Oud, which is everybody's saying is the better version of Oud Wood. And after trying it, for those asking, I mean, I'll review it someday, but it does smell like oud wood. I'm not a super fan of oud wood, but I would say the difference is that maybe because of the reformulations, maybe the oud wood just smells lesser, and this one smells like much more concentrated. But it really is kind of like oud wood. It just reminds me of the comparison between Mephisto and Silver Mountain Water, where Silver Mountain Water was kind of like delayed in the way that it progressed, the scent progressed, whereas in Mephisto, whatever the Silver Mountain Water scent was, it was just in there really quick. I felt the same way with Thameen Carved Oud. It's just my impression. Then I tried the Lucky Scent exclusive for Bortnikoff, and that was Lucky Oud. Lucky Oud was, I mean, if you smell it, you know it's a Bortnikoff, and it's a Bortnikoff floral. It might get redundant if you actually own the other Bortnikoff florals that he has, but if you don't, it's like, it's good to get into, and it's very like oriental floral. Quite expensive, $360 though. I did try Bortnikoff Amber Cologne, which everybody is voting that I buy it for this season, and it's quite amazing. The intro, the opening really like didn't get me as much because I felt it was like too mature for me. But the dry down, I gotta say, when it comes to Amber Cologne, is just freaking nuts, and that kind of propelled it to like nearly the top of my list. And then what else did I try? I tried Killian Straight to Heaven. That was okay. That was nice. Killian Straight to Heaven. I tried that one. And then I also tried the Jovoy psychedelic, as well as a private label. I think that both of those are gentlemanly scents that are more for the nighttime, more for the colder weather. And yeah, if you're like a black tie guy, like I think that's great. And they're so great, matter of fact, that I kind of put them at the top of my list. Private label and psychedelic. And there were just a lot more. I just like the fact that they just let me do my thing. I think that maybe they knew I was a frag guy because they just didn't bother me at all. I mean, it was only when I was asking certain questions that they were really like helpful, and they try to suggest things, but nobody tried to suggest things to me, and they just let me go wild and go crazy on the different selections that they had. When I was about walking away and I said, thank you so much, they were like, do you want samples of the ones you tried? And I was like, I remember they were like $7 each or something on their website, but I was like, yeah, sure. And so she basically sprayed them on these little atomizers here, or sample vials. And so these are the ones that I chose. I didn't want to like abuse it and be like, yeah, sure, I tried like 10 things, can you give me 10 samples? But I got 3 for me. And this is Vain and Naive by Nishane. That's the top one. The second one is Amber Cologne by Bortnikoff. And the third one is Jovoy's private label. I chose these 3 to try out, and make no mistake, I know that I'm going to choose one of these. And once I choose one of these, I'm going to come back there, I'm going to get it, and hopefully show them this video of mine, just detailing my experience. So yeah, I mean, it was a really, really cool experience. I walked out feeling happy, because it felt like when you're not, you don't have access to these places, sometimes you get so focused on one fragrance, and like let's say that was like a really attractive woman, you're like so focused on the really attractive woman, and then when you go to scent bar, it's almost like if you were an average guy, you turn into like, I don't know, Justin Bieber or BTS for like a day, and then you're able to access all these awesome fragrances. Like you're able to maybe if you're Justin Bieber, you get access to all the attractive ladies. But like, it was crazy having all of them there. Not gonna lie, sort of killed the hype, but at the same time, it helped me become objective. Although it killed the hype a little bit, I was more objective in what I was trying, and I was able to try them multiple times. I was able to compare and contrast, and so that was important to me. That's important to me because, especially when you are collecting and it's getting bigger, like expanding is like a careful thing, at least for me. All right, I'm out, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and watch our videos, okay? And take care, guys, especially from the coronavirus. Take care. God bless. Peace out.